This it's 7:25 in the morning time on this Friday morning, August 21st, 2020. It's time now for Peter Channel Morning News on this Friday morning, August 21st, 2020. Good morning to you all this lovely Friday morning, August 21st, 2020. It is 8:7:25 morning time and 67 degrees in Naughton, Massachusetts. Top stories on the Peter Channel Morning News at 7:25 on this Friday morning is the highlights of the last night's DNC 2020 highlights, which resulted in Joe Biden's speech and the contrast with Trump. Wildfires raging through Northern California caused at least 5 deaths. USPS email tells managers not to reconnect sorting machines. Russian hospital says opposition leader Navalny too ill to be removed, followed suspected poisoning. Sunburned Steve Bannon's court appearance is subdued until the last moment. There were a few Easter eggs. White House asked Supreme Court to let Trump block people on Twitter, according to Business Insider. Justice Department asked Supreme Court to review its decision to vacate Boston bomber death sentence. Julia Louis-Dreyfus penned as tone-deaf DNC host compared to Clint Eastwood's empty chair moment. U.S. wants to snap back sanctions on Iran despite ditching nuclear deal. Kamala Harris' nomination draws attention to historically black colleges. Thailand police arrest activists are scaling protest crackdown. Lebanon judge arrests war over Beirut blast. Vehicles caught in a fatal hit and run in Boston. California makes bold move to tackle big tech with Uber and Lyft shut down. Johnson & Johnson tests coronavirus vaccine in 60,000 volunteers. Asian markets fall, Wall Street higher and mid-vaccine hopes. Jackbox and said to target $225 billion valuation in IPO. Take a look at the stocks. The Dow is up 46.85 points at 27,739.73. SP 5 up 10.66 at 3385.51. And NASDAQ up 118.49 at 11,264.95. Greenland's ice sheet melted faster than ever before in 2018, study says. That's word news for coastal cities. Earth was 130 degrees this week. It'll be much hotter one day. Potential COVID-19 treatment involving convalescent plasma approved by FDA now put on hold. Florida mosquito 750 million genetically modified insects to be released. Scientists are optimistic that COVID-19 immunity will last. Peter Channel News Time is 7:28. Despite continued weakening from its peak as a Category 4 hurricane nearly this week, Genevieve remains a dangerous storm as it pearled the coast of Baja California served Mexico on Thursday. United States triggers snapback to restore UN sanctions on Iran. Postmaster General Louis DeJoy will testify before the Senate on Friday to discuss policy changes to the U.S. Postal Service that have slowed mail delivery ahead of the 2020 presidential election in November. 4 killed in raging California wildfires. Plainville schools headed to a blend of school and home learning. Early in-person voting kicks off Saturday for September 1st primary. Renton police release photo of getaway car in convenience store robbery. Peter Channel News Time is 7:30. In Easton, town residents said more than 40 Black Lives Matter signs have been sold from at least 24 different locations on multiple occasions. Paragon Park and all is rich in several memories, but thousands of people throughout New England, including those who work there as teenagers and families whose visits were highlights of the summer. And now, looking at sports at 7:30. Last night, the Boston Red Sox defeat the Baltimore Orioles 7-1, as now the Red Sox and the Orioles will square off tonight, 7:35 p.m. at Camden Yards in Baltimore. Golden State controls the NBA draft despite not winning the lottery. 5 Notre Dame football players test positive for COVID-19 practice held for their second consecutive day. And Tiger Woods shoots 368 at the Northern Trust Open at the TPC in Boston and Norton. And the leaderboard, 4 players are tied for the lead with 7 under par. That is Harris English, Kevin Streeland, and Russell Henley, and Australian Cameron Davis. Peter Channel News Time, 7:31, 29 minutes to 8 a.m. on this Friday morning. And it is time now to take a look at the traffic and transit check on this Friday morning. Take a look at the MBTA. Red line is supposed to delays up to 10 minutes through the signal prominent LY. And take a look at the commuter rail. Pittsburgh trade 7401, 6:20 a.m. from North Station is now operating their schedule between South Acton and Wachusett. And Thursday are looking good. Okay, take a look at the highways and byways in New England. First of all, down in Providence vicinity. Ninety-five at the southbound side, also around the downtown Providence area. 146 at the northbound side, also around the North Smithfield area, around the Saleswood Road. 146 at the northbound side, also at the Massachusetts Rhode Island border. Down in East Bay, Newport Bridge on both ends a little bit slow. Mono Bridge on the southbound side, a little bit slow, but Sakata River and Jamestown bridges are looking good. Out in the Cape, Board Bridge a little bit slow on the southbound side. Sagamore Bridge looking good. Route 6 is looking good from Sagamore all the way down to Orleans. Out in the southeastern Massachusetts, 24. Both ends backed up around 139 out of the Randolph Stoughton area. 95 slow around 128 out in Canton area. Out of Boston vicinity, 7 Expressway southbound side, a little bit slow between Dorchester and the Quincy. 128 out of northbound side, a little bit slow around Route 28 accident, and 393 and 95. Looking good from 128 to New Hampshire border, 495. Looking good from Amesbury all the way down to Wareham. 199 on the northbound side, a little bit side of the Worcester stretch. And Central Mass Highway South. Looking good. 191, 91 northbound side, little sort of Northampton, Massachusetts. 391 southbound side, little bit sort of Chicopee, Massachusetts. Massback, eastbound side, little sort of Russell, Massachusetts. 91 northbound side, a little bit sort of between Worthersfield and Hartford, Connecticut. 95 on the northbound side, a little bit so between 7 and Darien. 95 on the southbound side, so between Norwalk and Darien, Connecticut, and Route 7 on the northbound side, a little so Wilton, Connecticut, and Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine highways are all looking good except on Interstate 95 on the southbound side, a little bit slow between the Old Town section in Maine. Peter Channel News Time is 7:34. It is 26 minutes to 8 in the morning time, and it's time now for a weather report. And looking at the tropics. To service number 1 at 2 a.m. at trouble away moving off the west coast of Africa has produced in a large area of discrete showers and thunderstorms, and this wave is expected to move farther offshore over the far eastern tropical Atlantic on Friday, and it could become a tropical depression within the next few days, while most west-northwest wind at 15 to 20 miles an hour across the eastern tropical Atlantic, and environmental conditions are expected to become less favorable for development area earlier next weekend. Regardless of the development of the system, it will be likely to bring gusty winds across portions of the Cabo Verde Island this week, as well as heavy rains that could cause flooding. Formation chance of 4 hours, low 20%. Formation chance of 5 days, medium 50%. And notice our total pressure 13, 35 mile per hour. Winds at 5 a.m. at minimum center pressure 1,008 millibars and located at 17.8 to the north, 58.5 to the west, and movement west northwest at 21 miles an hour. Tropical storm conditions are possible across portions of the northern Leeward Islands, the Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, the southeastern Bahamas, and the Turks and Caicos Islands. Later today, Saturday, and tropical storm watches have been issued for some of these. Watches have been issued for some of these islands, and heavy rainfall is likely across the area beginning today and could cause mudslides and flash flooded for Sunday. The details of the long-range track and intensity forecasts are more uncertain than usual. The system could move over to portions of the greater utilities this weekend. However, this system could bring some storm surge and rainfall and wind impacts to the portions of Hispaniola, Cuba, the Bahamas, and Florida this weekend and early next week. Interest there should monitor this system's progress and updates in the forecast for the next few days. And total pressure number 14, maximum say winds 35 mile per hour, wind northwest northwest at 12 miles an hour, minimum center pressure 1,007 millibars, located at 15.4 at the north, 83.1 to the west. Tropical depression 14 is expected to straighten over the northwestern Caribbean Sea for Saturday and is likely to produce tropical storm force winds and heavy rainfall over portions of the coast of Nicaragua and Honduras, including the Bay Islands, and throughout today. The system is expected to be near or at hurricane strength when it reaches the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico late Saturday, where a hurricane watch of the tropical storm warning is in effect. The system is expected to move into the south central Gulf of Mexico as a tropical storm on Sunday. Some strength is anticipated while it moves northwestward over the western Gulf of Mexico next week, but it is too soon to know exactly how strong it will get or the location and magnitude of impacts it will produce along the central and northwestern Gulf Coast, and interest in that area should continue monitored over the progress of the system in the next few days. Okay. Latest on Genevieve. It is a tropical storm with 50 mile per hour winds. Minimum set pressure 999 millibars, located at 24.3 to the north, 114.3 to the west, and movement west northwest at 10 miles an hour. And tropical conditions are expected to diminish over the southwestern coast of the Baja California Peninsula later this morning. And large swells generated by Genevieve will continue to affect the coast of the central Baja California Peninsula through Friday. Okay, closer to home, it is a clear start to your morning. It's a beautiful start to your morning. And looking at the forecast discussion, warm and increasing humid conditions are expected this weekend and into early next week. While being dry river is expected much of the time, there'll be a risk of a few showers and thunderstorms this weekend and early next week. And I have bumped up wind gusts a little bit, as the forecast is a tad bit low compared to the latest observation and then the forecast toward the latest high resolution guidance. The rest of the forecast remains on track. Okay, let's take a look at our forecast. It goes like this. It'll be mostly south, got 86 degrees, and light southwest wind increase to 6 to 11 mile an hour in the morning. Tonight, partly clouds got low at 64 degrees, southwest 5, 3 to 7 mile an hour for Saturday. Slight chip shots and chip shots, thunderstorms after 1 p.m. Mostly south, got at 88 degrees, calming coming west around 6 mile in the afternoon, chest space 30% for Saturday. Partly clouds got at 66 degrees, and southeast of about 5 mile an hour coming in the evening, and for Sunday, slight chip shots, thunderstorms after 10 a.m. Partly south, got at 88 degrees, and calming coming southwest around 6 mile in the afternoon, chest space 20% for Sunday night. Partly clouds got low at 69 degrees, southwest about 6 mile an hour coming after midnight for Monday. Most of the south got about 88, low 68 degrees, light west wind for Tuesday. Jet shots between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. Most of the south got about 86 degrees and calming coming to west around 5 to 7 mile an hour in the morning, chest space 30% for Tuesday night. Partly clouds got below about 65 degrees, west by 3 to 6 mile an hour for Wednesday. Most of the south got about 81 degrees and northeast at about 8 mile an hour for Wednesday night. Check the shots. Partly clouds got low at 60 degrees and west about 5 mile an hour coming in the evening, chest space 30%. And for Thursday, mostly south got about 83 degrees and west with about 5 to 10 mile an hour. We get size 20 mile an hour right now. North and it's 67 degrees and fair skies. And that's going to be about Peter Channel Morning News on this August 21st, 2020 on a Friday morning. I'm Peter Willis. Hope you have a good morning. Goodbye, day. Stay safe, be positive, be healthy, and be well. We will see you. Hope you have a wonderful day.